Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Advancement Center and to the world of magic and miracles, which I hope you're living in more and more and more. You are, which maybe I should have said, may your awareness of where you are living be more and more apparent, obvious to you, so that every day there's at least one thing, and actually multiple things, that remind you of it. All the amazing things that happen. And especially the small things, the small little magic and miracles. They may seem small, but they're bigger than you know. Their impact on others, on everything, it's so big. And you may not give it any mind. But as of today, you're going to see more, you're going to feel more of what the magic and the miracles in your life every day. This is a really, really special day. And yes, there are a lot of special days, but they're getting more and more numerous. In fact, every day from now on is going to be more special than the next. So welcome to this amazing world. And thank you for joining us. It is such a privilege and an honor to be able to spend this time with you every week. And yes, our schedule of broadcasts is getting shifted and moved around. But it just keeps the energy and the excitement moving and shifting and changing. That ability to be flexible, to go with whatever's different today or tomorrow and just move with it. It's an interesting feeling. Sometimes you get very set in your routine or how you do things. But this week was an opportunity to change it up again. And there's a wonderful freedom in that, a freedom of being. And it may feel at times, especially if you've been doing something the same way for many, many years, to suddenly change it up and have it be different can be disconcerting. But it's actually a beautiful thing that keeps everything new and alive, that keeps you new and alive. So welcome to the newness of today, of this moment. And every moment is new. And it's just a magical day. I have a 20-minute drive from where I live to here, the Advancement Center, Robert and Barbara's house, where we do the broadcasts. And I've felt like I went through about 4 different climates this morning coming over here. So there's something really, again, different and magical going on. I cannot give you details, but it's very full, it's very rich, and you never know what's going to happen next. And again, in the midst of all this, there's a peace and there's a calm that surrounds all of us up here way above the elevated platform of living where we all now reside. Can you feel the vastness of it? The expanse is so big, it's beyond infinity. It almost feels like you're gonna explode into a million sparkles because there's nothing to contain you anymore. Our experience here in these physical bodies is one of containment, one of apparent limitation. It's so interesting to watch a small child as they're put into their car seat, for example, or as they're running and like crazy, have the impulse to run, and the parents have to come in and stop them. I mean, often for their own safety. So they don't get hit by a car or something like that. It's all for safety. The child has no awareness of that. And to watch them just get frustrated, like, don't try to contain me. But that's how we are. We're not contained. We've just had this interesting experience down here in the physical that we are contained. And of course, there's these apparent limitations that we're told we have to abide by, or but in reality, there's none of that. And again, the children, the smallest children, are such an amazing reminder of who we are, where we come from, the freedom that we all have. And the child, there's no sense of having to do anything. A child is totally and completely looked after. And we are too. That thing that we adopt that comes into our minds that we're not isn't true. We are always totally and completely looked after. And in that place, from that place, there's so much freedom. In the freedom, there's so much joy. And from all that is this grand feeling. It's beyond a feeling. I don't know what words to put to it. Of love. It's love is what we live in. It's who we are. It's part of us. It's part of everything. It's so not the word that we use here. The word that we use here has been overused and misused for so long. What I'm speaking of, I see fish in the ocean, fish in water. What's to them the water is to us love. We live in it. And the more that we experience that we swim in that love, that we experience the freedom that is truly who we are, the flow of love gets bigger and stronger. And there, once again, is that fountain I spoke of in my last broadcast. It's just this fountain brimming with love. Just, and it's in a pattern. It's in a pattern, just like a fountain goes like this. And it's constant. It's always moving. The flow of light and sparkles and magic is always flowing. And it's so fun when I get to be in the presence of someone who's maybe still caught up in the illusions of this world. And not really in a knowing way, it seems to just happen that There's an interaction that happens, and all of a sudden, someone sees, feels something different, and they kind of don't know what to do with it. They're tickled by it. They're I feel this appreciation coming from them, but it's not mental. I mean, the mind can try to put something on it. They can try to say, "Oh, you're so sweet," or "You're so nice," or but it's so beyond that. And the joy from that interaction is beyond. Sorry, beyond description. I know for sure that's what I'm doing here. That level of interaction, that acknowledgement of another who may be still a bit in the dark about who they really are. And even if just for a moment they experience something different and just a fraction of a second of who they really are and what's real. It's just the most amazing experience. And I get to have more and more of these experiences because of this position I took as a house car driver for a brand new 5-star hotel here and driving people around in this brand new Rolls Royce. So fitting for these energies because there's such a peace and a calm and a level of excellence and precision and magnificence that is part that actually a physical car and the energies of people can produce. It's a funny thing to say, but in the way that our fields not merge, our fields, the way our fields come into contact with each other, there's something magical that happens. It's difficult for me to describe right now. But everyone can experience this. It doesn't have to be in a particular way. It's just the way of interacting, the freedom of interaction, where the prevalent energy is love and caring and kindness are all a part of that. And it's felt, and as it grows, it touches everyone and everything. And it's catchy. And when you're feeling them having an experience of it that perhaps they haven't had in a long time, it's really quite amazing. There's that stillness, the stillness of the mind, where the mind stops, and there's just the joy and the beauty. And again, this experience of love that's not even understandable. The mind wants to come in and understand it or put a label on it. But there is no understanding. There is no label. It's just what's real, what we're all about, what we're all doing here. And it's such a pleasure and such an honor to be in the seat and to share the seat with Barbara and David, because everyone is bringing this in their own way, from their own origin. And there's a richness to this life that's beyond compare, beyond description, where one day can feel like a whole year in how much can happen in a single day. And you can't even remember how the morning started sometimes on these days because so much has happened in a single day. So welcome to the richness of this life of magic and miracles that's just going to continue to expand. And to experience more and more people having their moments of, wow, what's that? What's this? And you don't have to say a thing, just smile. And it will stay with them, it will stay with you forever and ever. So have fun, enjoy every moment. May you change direction and experience the tickles of it. It could just be like, oh my goodness, what's happening? Because it's different and it's new. But it's always fun. In your relaxation, in your enjoyment, in your infinite trust of knowing you're always looked after and everything is always happening for the best, even at the moment. If at a moment your mind is trying to tell you something else. So have a most beautiful, magical day wherever you are. And may that fountain, that multicolored, multidimensional, sparkling fountain just continue to bubble and gurgle and at times explode like fireworks all around you. So thank you once again for joining us here at the Advancement Center. And as always, we wish you a perfect life, perfect health, and an absolutely magic future. Thank you.